Hello and welcome. So, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think you all were going to love it. I'm going to talk a little bit of Finance 101. And let's be clear, I'm a mortgage originator, I'm a lender, I do loans, but I see a lot of financial information come through, a lot of people's personal finances. And I realized that we could all just use a kind of a basic refresher because who teaches this stuff in school? Nobody does. And I think you'll find it's even better if you have a young adult in your life, maybe an older teenager, or even someone in their 20s or their 30s. Because again, for some reason, we're pushed into the world with the expectation that we all learned about personal finance, and we just didn't. So, I am not a financial advisor. I do not have a certification in anything like that. I work in the industry. I have a lot of experience myself, and I'm going to share some tidbits with you for what it's worth. But that's my disclaimer. So we'll do it in little bits. So we'll do like sessions, if you will. So today, just the most general things, and you'll probably be surprised by what I'm going to start out with. But that is insurance. And I'm talking about health insurance because in the United States, as we all know, it's a very, very expensive thing to even have health insurance. And you're so lucky if you do have it through your job. But my point simply going to be, if you are a young person, if you are less than, if you're younger than 26, you can simply stay on your parents' insurance if they allow that, which is fantastic. And some states actually allow for that for an even longer period of time. So that is the best. If you can't, you're going to have to do a little bit of homework because you have to have health insurance for a number of reasons. In fact, now legality-wise, you must. But the real reason why is it protects you from complete financial ruin because we never know when something's going to go terribly wrong. And that's one way that you can wipe out any financial work that you've done in one fell swoop would be terrible. So that's worth the time. Sit down, dive into some of the confusing bits about which insurance, how much coverage, what is the deductible, what is the copay. And you may have to Google some terms to learn enough to do it, but it's well worth it. And we may actually go into kind of a deeper conversation on that in a different video. But number one is health insurance. Number two, oh my gosh, number two is pay off your debt. We all know that. Pay off your debt. No one wants debt, right? But let's say you do have a little bit. So it's already happened. What do we do? Well, we pay off the debt that costs us the most in interest. It has the highest interest rate first because we want to first eliminate that debt and then be able to take the money we would have spent on that higher interest and pay off the next highest interest rate. So let's talk about whether it is a car loan, whether it is a credit card. Okay, so go ahead and first of all, you're going to feel so much more like enlightened when you know what your interest rates are. Do you know what they are? You probably don't. Most people don't. But that's powerful to see, oh my gosh, my credit card is 15%, 18%, right? So look it up. It is on your statement, whether online or paper form, it's on there. Find out and then attack that one that has the higher rate first. There are other people that say, and there's really nothing wrong with this, I don't think it's the best strategy, but other people do say they like to pay off the lower balance first because it feels like such a win. It's such a personal celebration. You got one down. But in any case, as soon as you pay off the one, and again, I advise it's the card or the account with the highest interest rate, you take that money that you would have contributed to paying it down some more and you put it towards the second highest interest rate account. And you just continue to snowball that, and before you know it, it will be over. And then you're back to square one, which is amazing and beautiful and freeing. But that just means you have an opportunity for more planning and to make the most of that situation. We're going to go into that too. But to go ahead and end this for now, I think that probably the best thing to end it with is realizing that you want free money, right? So if you do come across a loan for something, let's say a car, I've actually done this myself, where the car loan is 0% for a period of time, or maybe 1%, very cheap money. So you're not as worried about that, because free money is free money. So that's a good thing. Having said that, I'm going to throw this out there. Cars are something that do not go up in value. We're not talking about like a vintage automobile here. We're talking about you go onto a lot, you buy a car, and as soon as you drive it off the lot, it goes down in value. So just keep that in mind. I'm not big on new cars for that reason. I think that if you can find something used and are able to save all of that, best to you. But just food for thought. So that is session 1, and we'll be back to cover the next bit really soon. Thanks for joining.